my name is Rahye, and this week we had a project named Bon Voyage. The idea was to pick a country and plan specifically what we would do in that country. I chose Alaska for my country. I will introduce my plans for Alaska. I'll arrive at midnight in the Anchorage airport. After I get my luggage, I'll take a bus from Anchorage to Fairbanks where the house I rented is. There's a small house on the outskirts of Fairbanks College. I'll be staying at the house for approximately 20 days. For breakfast, I'll eat at the creperie. It costs 17,000 won. That day, I'll go to the Fairbanks Ice Museum, where I can see beautiful and detailed sculptures made of ice. The admission costs 20,000 won. The next day, I'll wake up early to eat breakfast quickly and pack my bag. I will take a plane to Juneau, which takes 4 hours and costs 330,000 won. In Juneau, I'll go on a 3-hour and 50-minute whale-watching cruise. Then I will go to the Silver Bow Hotel, where I will be staying for a few days. On day 3, I will just wander around the town of Juneau. For day 4, I will board a plane going to Ketchikan. It takes 1 hour and costs 200,000 won. When I arrive in Ketchikan, I'll go on a tour called Ketchikan All-in-One. It includes watching bears, caribou, moose, elk, eagles, and other birds of prey in vans while listening to the guide. It takes about 2 hours and a half, costing 130,000 won. After that, I'll go to a very famous restaurant called the Alaska Fish House. The total cost will be 21,000 won. Then, I'll go back to Juneau via plane. On day 5, I will go on a wildlife and glaciers with a walk in the rainforest tour. I can view bears catching fish, mountain goats, elk, baby deer, eagles, moose, foxes, caribou, porcupines, and even wolves, beautiful lakes and glaciers up close. I will hike through the rainforest, but a shuttle will transport me around the lakes. It takes about 4 hours and 30 minutes, costing 170,000 won. Then, I'll go to a restaurant called The Wild Alaskan. The total expense is 21,000 won. On day 6, I'll check out of the Silver Bow Hotel and take a cruise ship that heads to Yakutat City, which costs 300,000 won. The ship will stop for 5 hours in Sitka, during which time I will go on a 2-hour-long Sitka scenic tour. There, I can see bears, eagles, and owls up close. It costs 136,000 won. Then, I'll go back to the ship after hanging around the city square. There, I'll buy a black wolf-shaped block of cedarwood as a souvenir. The ship continues on into the night, and on the morning of day 7, the ship arrives in Yakutat Harbor. That day, I will go on a tour of Hubbard Glacier. It costs 400,000 won. It is really exciting, even though it's only an hour or two long. I can see the stunningly blue largest tidewater glacier in the world, and sometimes parts of the icebergs fall into the water, creating massive splashes. This is the reason why Hubbard Glacier is so famous. Hubbard Glacier is the largest natural tidewater glacier in the world. After the tour, I will go to a restaurant called The Pizza Place. I will spend 11,000 won there. Then, I'll take a cruise ship from Yakutat to Seward. It takes 2 hours, costing 200,000 won. The ship arrives at 2 o'clock on the 8th day. Then, I'll go to the Alaska Sea Life Center. It is a marine zoo where I can see horned puffins, sea lions, octopi, crown-of-thorns starfish, seals, walruses, and lots of fish. It is 3 hours long, costing 40,000 won. I will go to the Alaska Seafood Grill. After that, I will go to the Two Lakes Park. I don't need to pay to enter the park, and there is a grassy field where a lot of people can run around, and also there is a small hiking path which is open to anyone. After that, I will take a bus to a hotel called the Nati Otter. It costs 76,000 won each day. On day 9, I will check out of the hotel, and I plan to go on a 9-day tour in the Kenai Fjords National Park. I can see salmon, bears, moose, elk, caribou, wolves, and even mountain goats. It'll be very hard because I have to hike every day, but the view will be worth it. For 3 nights, I'll be sleeping in hotels, but for the other 6 nights, I'll be camping or sleeping in lodges. There's also a chance where we can catch our own food, such as fish. It costs 3,795,000 won per person. On day 18, I will take a bus to Anchorage. It takes about 4 to 5 hours and costs 115,000 won. I will arrive after midnight. So, I will check into the Lakefront Anchorage Hotel to rest for 1 day, which is day 19. It costs 250,000 won per night. On the night of day 20, I'll go to a restaurant called The Crow's Nest. It costs 38,000 won. On the 21st day of my Alaska trip, I'll go to Anchorage for a Wilderness and Wildlife Glacier Valley tour. It costs 290,000 won. I can see huge bears, deer, elk, and moose. It takes about 6 hours. After that, I will take a 12-hour train to Fairbanks, which costs 160,000 won. During the train ride, I can see lots of wildlife and animals, as well as rivers, lakes, and glaciers. The train arrives at 3 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully, the train station is very close to the house I rented, so I can walk back to the house and rest. I can use day 22 to sleep in and rest, and in the afternoon, I will go down to town and buy some souvenirs, such as refrigerator magnets, snow globes, postcards, and other things. It will cost 139,000 won. On the 23rd day, I will plan to go on an Alaska Wildlife Waterfall Tour in Clear Creek Park in Fairbanks. It takes about 4 hours, costing 139,000 won. After that, I'll go to a restaurant called The Cookie Jar. It costs 39,000 won. Then I'll head back to the house. I will rest on day 24. Day 25, I will take the airport bus from Fairbanks to Anchorage and go to Terminal 2 and check in at the C section. Then I will board a plane to Korea on Korean Airlines. I think the trip will be very exciting. I think I'll enjoy it if I really do go to Alaska. I also think that the Alaskan landscapes are very beautiful. The wildlife, in my opinion, is unmatched to any other country I can think of. Thank you for watching.